Well, they're chasing 164 England, but at the halfway mark, you'd have to say, Gilly, they are proper under the pump. That was terrible. That was
in a bit of trouble, it's fair to say, I think. Look at those numbers there. Well, basically 100 off the last 10, and the squeeze is on. We weren't sure about the pitch, were we, at the halfway mark? We weren't quite certain if it was one that was
sure or no.
slow, and we're certainly full confidence that it is slow. Pace off is the key, and they're executing beautifully, the South African bowling lineup.
Yeah, they are. Just 60 of the first 10 for England, which means that they've got to get a smidge over 10 per over in the back 10. And suddenly that 163 that was scored by South Africa is not looking all that bad, even though England had put the squeeze on them, and South Africa would look at that batting effort and say, well, we should have got 20, 25 more. But at this point in time, they are bowling really well. They're bowling really well. They're catching really well. I mean, when you get Phil Salt out for 11, that's a good day for you. But that catch by Reza Hendricks, Reza pulling that one out of the freezer.
he got himself into the game, didn't he? That was high class.
Yeah.
I mean, against the danger man, the guy that you think is the key wicket at that point, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a number of talented players down that England lineup, but what Salt did in the previous game, he already started with the 6 and a 4 off the third ball.
Yeah,
that he faced, not the
slow
first.
Slow day for him.
But that was, high class. And you could see what it meant to Rabada. He was so fired up to accept that wicket. And then since then, it's just been a case of pace off.
Yeah.
Every bowl that's come to the crease, the seam bowlers have done exactly that. Nortje, Bartman, been fantastic, and Rabada. And then Maharaj was always going to be a key, and he's got one over left. Yeah. So when does Markram use him? He's slipped himself in there.
Yeah, but just really, he's got the 2 wickets, but it's just the way he's bowling it.
Yeah.
You can tell from the flight, just the confidence. You can tell a spinner's confidence from the flight.
Yep. Yes, you can. And the control. And when he wants to pull the length back a bit, he hasn't let them step hit and get underneath him, but just with it turning away from the right-handers, it's, Butler took it on at one point there and came off second best. So, they are under the pump, as you say.
Yeah, they are. And Rabada would have had another one. Klaasen, that Bairstow catch. Well, you'd say a guy like Klaasen would take that 11 times out of 10.
Yeah, it's not been his best day.
Yeah.
He was frustrated with the bat, and that was, he would have thought, hang on, have I just let that slip through my hand, the game? But Bairstow didn't last much longer, fortunately for him. But they are up and about. They're believing. There's no doubt about it. And they know that if they get this job done, they are pretty much guaranteed that semi-final position. So for South Africa, as Michael Vaughan said in our Cricbuzz Live pre-game, he said no one's talking about South Africa being a chance to win this title. They're not, they're sort of fifth in line.
Correct.
But all of a sudden there is that belief, and this is a very, so far, they've got to get it done yet, but so far a very commanding performance with the ball.
Tough for England because the ball's not coming onto the bat, the pitch is holding up, and that's why Captain Markram was confident to get himself into the attack, because that's the kind of pitch you need, all the slow bowling, you need all the tricks, and today they're only playing with the one spinner, Keshav Maharaj. There's no Tabraiz Shamsi, and we spoke about Aiden Markram doing that job, taking the ball if required. You saw that over that he bowled, the 10th one, that was good.
Yeah, I think, with Moeen Ali there too, just with the left-hander taking it away. But I think...
Oh, sorry, we've got a wicket. Sorry to interrupt you. We've got a wicket. Moeen Ali.
Oh,
it's Moeen Ali.
And who got him?
That's the 4th one gone. Who got Moeen Ali? Bartman.
Ah, right.
To do the Bartman.
Well, what they are now, England, they are down into that batting lineup that hasn't had a lot of batting.
True.
Harry Brook played that one innings against Namibia, but... Livingston hasn't had much to do. Curran, not much to do. So, they're in real strife at the moment.
You've got to say game South Africa at this point in time.
You'd think so, yeah. Well and truly advantage South Africa.
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like. They're 61 for 4 at the end of the 11th over. So, that's more than 100 to get in 9 with just a couple of batters to go. So, Liam Livingstone is in the middle now with Harry Brook. So, it's quite an uphill task for them from here. Let's see if they can do it. They are the defending champions, so they can live up to the tag. But at this point in time, it does look like South Africa may just carry on this record-breaking, winning streak of theirs that's happening in this World Cup. We'll come back and discuss it at the end of this England batting effort, at the end of the game. Do join us for Cricbuzz Live. It's free and streaming all over the world. and on some parts of the moon as well, I'm told. Technology.
right?
Technology.
We're expanding.
It's amazing.
Excellent.
It's just amazing. All
Bring
right.
on Mars.
Yeah. Take care. Bye-bye.